It's me, Houdini, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about the Nikon Power Zoom lens. It's actually a lens that was released a few months ago, and I've been taking my time to actually go over it, understand more of the features and the benefits around it, because this is something that is so special for content creators, and today I really want to tell you how and why. Now, I've been working with Nikon for a while now, and every day I'm finding new features on the equipment that I'm using. I use 3Z30s. I've got the one that I'm talking to over here. I've got the overhead. I've got the one over there, which I call my side on. And again, every single day I'm learning new features. And when they told me about this new lens, the Power Zoom lens, I was really excited. And the reason is there's no one standing behind this camera that I'm talking to. There's no one above my overhead camera, and there's no one else in the room with me. And this means that it is one person that's having to control all the elements in the creative space that I'm in. The reason I was so excited for this lens, which will become apparent when we go through the video, is that it adds a dynamic for content creators. Again, the one-man bands that want to be able to add extra flair onto their videos without the, call it, restraint of not having someone there to assist them. But enough about that, let me tell you about the actual lens. The full name of this lens is actually the DX 12-28, 3.5 to 5.6 PZVR, and these all actually mean something. Now, because this is a very entry-level lens that is aimed towards content creators, I really like to help people gain an understanding of what that jargon means so that they're able to understand and then apply it when they are doing their videos. So let's break those elements down a little bit further. The first part is the DX part. The DX means the sensor size. It's actually comparable to an APS-C. It's just Nikon's naming convention for an APS-C. So this means that this is the image that it's capturing. So it's either what you want to call the field of view or the crop of the image that you're being allowed to see, which is the second biggest size next to full frame in standard cameras. Understanding the next part of the lens structure is the 12-28 part. What this means is the focal length. Now, the rule of thumb is the lower the number, the wider the angle. Now, this is a low number, which means that we are dealing with a wide angle lens. The 3.5 to 5.6 is what's referred to as the aperture of the lens. This is the amount of light that it lets in. The lower the number, the more light it lets in. And I'll put an image in front of you to explain the different types of aperture, but it's very important for camera manufacturers or lens manufacturers to marry the right focal length with the right aperture. So this has been married perfectly for the intents and purposes, which we'll get to just now. VR is the last one on the list, which means vibration reduction, and it basically means image stabilization. One aspect that's not mentioned in the naming convention is the fact that this is a Z mount lens. So if you are looking to get this lens, make sure that your camera is compatible. Now we're going on to the important bits for content creators, and we're going to start off with the focal length and aperture. The field of view and aperture are probably the most important aspects that make this perfect for vlogging, and the reason that I say this is because of the wide angle that it offers. Imagine you are going in an expo, walking in an expo or in a mall, and you want your viewers to be able to see you as well as what's going on behind you. If you have a closed angle, they're only going to be able to see your head, unless you've got a selfie stick that's a kilometer long, not a kilometer, maybe like 4 or 5 meters long. Now, what a wide angle does is if you only have a meter in front of you, they're still going to be able to see your head as well as what's going on around you. So you don't have to have an extra long selfie stick or someone that's following you around filming you. Again, the one-man badness of this. So this means that you can use this in your out and about type filming as well as studio environment, which is what I'm doing right now. So it's a kind of hybrid perfect lens to be able to do everything that you need for vlogging. Next is the VR aspect or vibration reduction, which is image stabilization. And this is a perfect complement to this lens, especially for the out and about, which I was mentioning earlier. So if you are walking with a selfie stick, you don't want to have these Jurassic Park vibes where the camera is bouncing. So this VR or image stabilization allows for you to have a smooth flow with your video, as well as being able to do nice smooth B-roll if you are using it to shoot different objects or subjects. All of the aspects that make this perfect for vlogging is complemented for me most importantly by the PZ or power zoom aspect. Power zoom in essence is the ability to remote control the zoom function that is found in the lens, and it doesn't need any extra equipment. It actually uses the battery within inside the camera itself. Now, as you can see with the example in front of you, I put the camera on a gimbal and then I actually controlled the camera through SnapBridge to be able to do smooth B-roll of zooming in and out on my Z6 II camera. Please note I will be doing a part 2 to this video, as Nikon has a creator's accessory kit for the Z30. In this kit, there is the MLL7 controller, which is a Bluetooth remote control, as well as the Rode Video Micro microphone. So with this, I'll be able to show you on out and about footage how the field of view works with the actual lens, as well as being able to set it up in a studio environment and being able to control the lens in a studio while it's on the tripod and being able to zoom in and out, as well as the other functionalities that the remote control has to offer. So you can see just how valuable the zoom function can be. So with the functionality of this lens, its wide angles, the power zoom, you can really see how this could benefit someone that is a one-man content creator or a vlogger. It's kind of like the Swiss Army knife of lenses, allowing you to have a lot of functionality in a small form factor. So it's definitely a lens that I would recommend having in your arsenal of lenses. And I'm figuring out new things that I can do with the power zoom every day. And if you do have any cool ideas, please feel free to put them in the comment section below and share your thoughts. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. Cheers and goodbye.